bucket.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session of Hero Club Live. We are Hero Club, and this is our second live campaign, PairOfSocks Lost. I am Dylan McCullum, your Dungeon Master for this evening. I will tell you more about what PairOfSocks Lost is, and everything about the campaign. But first, let me tell you about how this is not the main thing we do on Hero Club. No. The main thing we do is our podcast. Our podcast where we take our TTRPG sessions that we record live around the table, and we edit them down with sound effects and music into these tight, taut little audio anthologies of all different kind of genres. You can start wherever you want and have a great time going through our library. We have noir, we have space, we have western, we have animal pirates of different varieties, we have Christmas seasons, which, hey, it's getting closer to that time, so go listen to our Christmas specials. We have slasher flicks, we have stoner flicks, we have werewolves. We have werewolves, we have Quentin Tarantino send-ups, and as always, if I missed any of them, feel free to correct me by going back and listening to all of them. But here, we just sit around and play some good old Dungeons and Dragons. Let us meet our players, shall we? Yes, we shall. Let us start with, Marty. Marty, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
Hello, everyone. I'm Marty Abbey Schneider. I do art for the podcast, and I'm on the podcast, and on the stream, I am Gulzog Intestine Scarf. He is a little bit of an odd duck for an orc, but he is still plenty big and strong, despite being very sensitive and having lost his nerve, which he's trying to find while he's in the Feywild.
Yes, indeed. Let's move on over back to, let's go back to Natasha. Natasha is back with us. We love that. Natasha, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
I'm playing Princess Griselda Calzini, and she has a pig named Ladybug, and and she doesn't know what she lost, but she doesn't smile. She just has dark, fully black eyes and never smiles. And the SNL of her kingdom made fun of her as a child, and it traumatized her.
Yes,
don't forget this.
Yeah,
Never
don't forget this very important part of her backstory. That is actually real.
Yes, and that's why she only really likes animals, because she likes vibes. Wow, what a special day this is. Everyone gets the backstory. Okay.
I will say that was my favorite line that you've ever written in your backstory. It was so funny reading that. That was my favorite thing. Let's move on to Hannah. Hannah, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I play Maribella Graveneye, a level 7 cleric of the Grave Domain. She's looking for her wallet, but really, she's looking for a picture of her dead mother whose face she doesn't remember. And my fun fact today is that in order to get out of paying at restaurants, apparently Salvador Dali would draw on checks instead.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Smart.
Yeah.
Sicko.
I wonder if I could do that. Do you think there's the same amount of demand for me as
Maybe
Salvador Dali?
give it a little bit. You can work up to it, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna Google myself real quick.
Yeah,
Vision board it.
Good. While you Google it yourself, let's go on over to Jasmine. Jasmine, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
Hello, I'm Jasmine.
Uh-huh.
I play Zara.
Uh-huh.
She is a former halfling, now doll, fighter, rogue, warlock. And that's...
Fire?
What?
You said fire rogue?
Oh, no, fighter.
Oh,
Fighter.
It's like, Jesus, what happened? Fuck?
Yeah, she's a fire rogue.
Fire rogue.
Fire Rogue would be like a dope subclass.
I mean, powerful.
Like an element rogue, and you can be fire.
I mean, I do have a
that's
vest
good.
of fireball, and that's my favorite thing I own.
Do you still have it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck! I'm not as well known as Salvador Dali, according to Google.
Aw.
Yes.
And last but not least, if he's there, John, John, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say, at least quickly.
Hey, all you cool cats, dirty dogs, and timid turtles. This is John Madison. He's playing Tone Zazuru on the stream tonight. Tone has lost his sense of taste. Does that also mean smell? No, for some reason. And also, he is got a really hot, sexy brother that Maribella is macking on. And who knows?
Yeah.
This is a new character I'm working on, and it's
Yeah, you're workshopping it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just workshopping.
Are you gonna give us the sign for macking?
I've been meaning
Like-
to tell the group this is my last stream ever, and I'm really sorry. This is totally a long time coming. It has nothing to do with anything that happened recently on the stream,
That's fair.
and you'll all be missed.
That's fair.
Hey,
I just
I
can't
liked
do
it. I like when you went like, arr.
I
I
envy you.
think, you know what, Natasha, I think that was the most prevalent moment of the entire thing.
I
think
do
that's
remember the
what we
part
all-
where he went.
I think that's what we all remember most.
My
I
sign.
see
for
that in
the
our
day-
fucking nightmares.
my sign for the day is music. If you want to say music, you mime that you are like holding the music with one hand, like, and then like as if you're directing an orchestra. You go like this, and that's like you're holding the music here, and then you're like directing like this. That also means that's also how you say song and sing.
That's
Wonderful.
nice.
Do you have to
and-
be looking at it, or can you look anywhere?
I don't know. I think you can just look forward.
Okay.
I think it's I don't know.
Loser.
And I
Just call me
am
a
your
loser.
dungeon master for this evening. I am Dylan McCullum. Nice to see you. Pair of Socks Lost is an adventure based off of the 5e adventure book Wild Beyond the Witchlight, but no, it's not. Not anymore. It has all of the same names of places, but they all are different things. I wear my inspiration on its sleeve. Basically, Wizard of Oz, Phantom Tollbooth, Peter Pan, Narnia, Alice in Wonderland. You take all of those things, smoosh them up into my own headcanon, and I forced my friends to walk through them as a fun little jaunt. And now they're the main characters, and I'm having a blast with it. So, should we get on into the recap? Because we have some final party split shenanigans to resolve, where we have one last person separated from the group, and also we have a whole other part of the group in a prison. Let's get there, shall we? Also, did you have a question, John?
Yes, I was wondering. I can't wait to see those Phantom Tollbooth inspirations.
Oh, they've been there.
I want to see a whatever the name of the humbugger and the mathematician,
The humbug. Yeah.
and the doldrums.
Yeah. Oh, they've been there.
Oh,
They just
okay.
they just are not as overt.
All right, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a big fan. Okay, never mind.
Last we left off, Gulzog and Testin Scarf had been taken to the illegal, maybe, underground, definitely, prison of the Pillow Fort. The mafia prison of the Darling family, the owner of many of the hotels here in Fable Rise. Why? Not quite sure. It might have something to do with his overt connection to David's, and a permit that he procured earlier that day. But the rest of the group, including Tone, Tomas, Pavel, and also Zara, in the body of a doll named Edie, all converged separately to spring Gulzog out of prison. A battle ensued, and they came out victorious, at least for the moment. The wards keeping magic out of this basement prison finally dropping once Cara Maria, this very pale, strong female guard, fell unconscious. Before that, Tone and Tomas went over to the Lucid Dream, another one of the hotels owned by the Darling family, and caused some mayhem. Made some sabotage. And with a wild nat 20, was able to successfully frame the Lollipop Guild as being implicated in this sabotage. The consequences of which might reverberate more than they even know. But before that, and before even Natasha knew that this was happening, I think, they all decided that they were going to go separately to 2 different hotels. The brothers to the Lucid Dream, and Griselda to the Skyrise, known as the fanciest hotel in town, to cause some kind of distraction. Her having one of the only things that gives her any or anyone respect in this world. The Mark of the Monarch. We cut now to Griselda Calzini. And Ladybug, of course. Griselda, you find your way back. You had taken, once again, the, you had found yourself kind of clambering back into the basket of the hot air balloon buses, for lack of a better term, and you find your way back towards the Skyrise, which is the large, spiring hotel that is only a hotel that because you know of it, but really it's this wonderful, beautiful entranceway building that kind of just completely dwarfs anything else around it. What are you doing? Or what would you like to do now that you're heading towards the Skyrise? You only know that you've been basically tasked with the idea that if you are able to cause any kind of distraction or get any kind of attention, you might be able to divert attention away from the Pillow Fort and make it so that, or at least, yeah, the Pillow Fort prison, and make it so that it's easier to spring Gulzog out of jail. But how you do that or what you do, completely up to you.
So where is the Pillow Fort, like, in relation to where I'm standing right now? Like, am I like right in front of the doors of the building?
Well, so you're heading towards the Skyrise, which is the much fancier one. The Pillow Fort prison is in the mid spire, so that's the it's kind of a hard thing to think about, but the way that the whole city is kind of set up is that it's a big floating city that kind of spirals upward, almost as if it's on a mountain peak, but it also has different islands that kind of you need the hot air balloons to kind of traverse around. The fanciest part of the city is at the top, but the fanciest hotel is at the bottom because it's the entranceway. It's this weird kind of dichotomy where it's actually like the lesser part of the city, but it has the best hotel. And the idea is that yes, they're staying at the hotel, but like they won't ever like set foot out into the lower spire. They'll probably get on like a private transport and just go to the fancy places, but then they'll come back here at night. So you are now in the lower spire at that entranceway that you first came in when Manfred was walking you through and walked you through that like very beautiful lobby. It was a hotel, but it was just very expensive to stay there. But you don't have to be right at the entrance. You can be as close as you want to or not. It's up to you.
Okay, and I have Ladybug with me.
Of course.
Okay, Griselda tries to catch like a glimpse of herself in like the reflection of some glass to see if she can like see her crown stuff. She hasn't looked at herself in a long time.
Oh yeah, make an Arcana check or a perception check for me.
Perception. A dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You look at yourself in this moment, and you are able to see more prominently, almost as if it's becoming more solid around you. Something you hadn't really been able to see before. It was hard for you to notice. But now you are able to see this kind of glowing amorphous crown kind of around you like a halo. It's shifting. It's becoming like a tiara, a normal crown, a wreath of flowers. It kind of goes back and forth between things at like whatever angle, almost like a holographic card. But other than that, it looks good. You look fairly put together. You know, you've rested well, but you're dressed as you always have been for the most part. But you do see that it is still there. You still bear that mark.
Can I do an Arcana check too?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Ugh. 6.
6. Still eludes you kind of like the magic. You know, you've been told basically what this magic can do, what it does, what it means a little. You still don't know if there's any kind of thing you can do to control it. You just know it's there. It's just there, and you have it, and you know that you have it, and you know it gives you status. But that's about it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast, I don't have to cast Speak with Animals, right? But I want to know what I need to talk with Ladybug right now. So, Speak with Animals.
Okay, Ladybug is just looking at the skyrise. Oh, it has been so long since you've actually lowered yourself to talk to me properly. You may get off on vibes, but I do not get off on the vibes. I like to have actual conversations.
Okay, don't look at me. Keep looking at the building. Act cool. Okay? Act cool.
All right, I'll keep looking at the building. It is very nice. I wish we had stayed here instead of at David's.
No, listen.
What?
Listen.
What?
We are going to make a distraction together. Okay? Have you ever... What were you going to say, lady? Ladybug?
Do you want us to cause a scene?
Yes.
All right.
Do you remember my 10th birthday and we remember? Do you remember?
I thought that you said that we were never supposed to talk about that again.
Okay, that's what I need you to channel. Okay?
But I don't like that part of myself.
Ladybug, it's not for you, it's for our friends too, and for David.
All right. I'll do it.
Great. Okay. Just follow my lead, okay? And
when have I ever not followed your lead? It's all I ever do.
I just want to get on the same. I want to get on the same page.
Okay.
Let's get on the same page, okay? We're in this together, right?
Yes, we're in this together. I'm sorry that I'm being cranky. It's just that it's been so long, and we're in the Sky City, and it's wild.
How are you doing? Are you okay?
I've been better. Everything's happening very fast.
Yeah. Do you want me to get you some food later?
Yeah, I think we haven't had a good chance to just like sit down and talk with the friends.
Okay.
Everything's just been going and going.
We'll do that. We'll do that after this, okay? And then they do their secret handshake, and she does it with her little hoof.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And she's able to transform into like a big white weird boar, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. That's what's gonna happen during this distraction.
Okay. What is the distraction going to be?
I want her to go hog wild through the hotel, like smashing things.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run in front of the hotel and go, my pig! My pig! Somebody help me! She ate something bad and now she's going crazy. Okay. That sounds good.
Okay.
A la our 10th birthday, this is exactly what happened.
Right.
But she went through the castle instead.
Right. Okay. So you get yourself set up. You go off. You kind of make your way into a side portion where there's like a hedge. Yeah. What's up?
Can I do like some kind of insight check on like what could give her the clearest path to just like start going through the place that I can kind of drop her off at?
Yeah, sure. Make a survival check or an insight check.
Okay. Okay, 26.
Okay, 26. 26. Yeah, you with a 26. Was that a survival or insight?
That was insight.
Insight. With a 26, you're noticing that there's like some movement happening in the hotel today. That there's it's not, when you walked through, there wasn't really anyone going on there. There wasn't anything happening, but in the hotel there seems to be people kind of setting up. You see different kind of those little drones flying around, setting things up. You see banquet tables being kind of moved around. There's an event going on here at the Skyrise today. With a 26, you can see like a little placard that is able to read event planning, Hall H, and you're like, okay, cool. There's something going on, and you want what exactly? Like, what do you want?
I want
the
Ladybug.
clearest path, or
yeah, the clearest path, so she can just go, just like create havoc on every single like floor that she can get up to.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say with a 26, you can see that like there's a way that she can go, and there's honestly people are kind of distracted, and so her to get upstairs will probably be a little bit easy. You relay this to Ladybug. All right, but if anyone tries to, what? Yes.
Can I look around for some like mud or something to put on her?
Yeah. I mean, with a 26, you're like in kind of by the shrubbery. I'm gonna say this though, you can find it. Make a stealth check for me, so that because you're just kind of outside of a very fancy hotel right now.
Yeah. Okay, a 15.
15. Okay, give me 1 second.
Oh my god.
All right, you start to see like eyes on you. Just people passing by, just kind of wondering what's going on. As you go down, you see kind of some mud, and you see not really mud. What you see is just dirt by the shrubbery and a large fountain. And your first instinct is, oh, I'm just gonna go get some water. And you just see people looking right around you. Everyone's kind of whispering. It seems like people are starting to notice something. Nothing seems to be bad happening yet, but it seems like it might cause some issues.
Oh, Ladybug, is your tummy hurting?
What?
And yeah. Is your tummy hurting, Ladybug? Oh, poor girl.
Oh, yes, my stomach is hurting so bad. And then everyone else is hearing out loud. You just see Ladybug just going oink, 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 just really hamming it up. Make a deception check for me with advantage, because you're getting help from Ladybug.
Oh yeah, Ladybug. Okay. Ooh, a 16.
16, okay. it seems like now, there's just people who heard you are kind of just confused to, like, there's like a lot of commotion going on. You just see, there are some people who are just walking by, just kind of almost like, okay, well, don't look at the crazy lady. Let's just not look at the crazy lady.
Okay.
But you do start to see that inside a couple of the drones have now spotted you and are looking at you.
Okay, we're gonna just do this. We're gonna do this.
Okay,
Yeah, we
Ladybug
gotta
is
do
gonna
this.
run. Okay,
We gotta do this.
is Ladybug running in, and are you saying your thing right away? Or you're
No,
gonna,
she's gonna run in first. Be like,
okay.
or I'll like turn around. I'll be like, oh, let me get this, and then she'll run, and I'll be like, where'd you go? Yeah.
Oink! Ladybug goes darting in to the skyrise. Give me an animal handling check, and this is going to be like for Ladybug to see like how good Ladybug does this.
Oh my god, my girl, 18.
18. Okay. Ladybug goes darting in. You see there are just like normal humans. There's a couple of orcs. There's a couple of elves. And the drones all kind of getting together to move things and getting things prepared. Ladybug goes streaming in. They kind of drop things, clamor plates to the ground. Just like, oh! As Ladybug goes streaming up the stairs. You start to hear a little bit of commotion now in the Skyrise Hotel. A couple of the drones are still looking at you.
Ladybug, where'd you go?
Make a deception check for me.
God, a 15.
15, okay. 15. You start saying that, and a lot of the people on the street kind of just are not paying attention to you, but the very familiar drone with 6 sides appears, their wings spread, the monocle, as Manfred or a Manfred kind of appears in front of you. So like, oh, hello, madam. What seems to be the issue?
Oh, Manfred, I'm so glad.
Oh, yes, give me a moment. Oh, yes, of course. It's good to see you again. What seems to be the issue?
My pig, Ladybug. Her tummy was hurting, and now I can't find her. I don't know where she went off to.
Oh, she is probably the pig that went careening through the doors of the Skyrise and is currently, let me see. Oh, yes, by different consciousness, she is on the 4th floor, heading towards the 5th floor now. It is quite the disturbance, and, do you require, or will you aid us in doing this before you are fined for any potential damages?
Oh, fine. Oh, yes, sure. Is there a Monarch discount?
Ooh, is there a Monarch discount? Make a persuasion check for me, with disadvantage, but make it...
Oh, no. No, why'd you do this to me? No, no. Oh, no. Fuck. Well, a 6.
A 6, okay. With a 6, you see, okay. Oh. Yes, a Monarch discount. It's very funny. I'm sure that you do experience quite a lot of discounts and things because of your status. However, I do have to impart this knowledge upon you, which is that there are many benefits in this city to being a monarch, but property damages and the law have not been one of them. At least not officially. Anyway, that is handed down straight from the ordinances of the Brothers Dumas. Yes, very much so. That no one shall stand above the other.
Oh, who are the Brother Dumas?
The brothers Dumas, they are the two of the founding six, of course. Right, I sometimes forget that you are new to this city. Yes, they are the ones in charge of they are the ones in charge of all of the laws and ordinances in town.
Is it just like creating chaos in the background as they're talking?
Yes, you can hear it, just like people freaking out. I have to tell you that there is a potential total of damages being accrued if you are not able to tame your pig. Also, we do not wish to have any incidents here, nor do we wish to harm the animal.
Oh, no. We can't harm her. She's a house pig. She stays with me all the time. She's very therapeutic, actually.
Well, yes. It is a very good thing. Then you should maybe go and if you had lost your beast, she's in there, and please go and fetch her and tame her, and then we'll talk about potential consequences of your actions.
Oh, can you come with me? I don't want to go by myself.
Oh, naturally. Well, there will be one of me on the floor that you get to. I have to stay here and help with the banquet, of course.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yes, of course. You go entering into the skyrise. As you enter, make a insight or perception check on your way in.
Stop it. Okay. Ooh. A 24.
24. You see, it's a very fancy hotel, and you see that there's the ballroom, which is being kind of set up, for an evening's dinner. And you see a very powerful looking orcish woman in a tall chef's hat adorned with various different like meat cleavers and knives all around a huge utility belt, barking orders at different at just varying different peoples in different little like sous chef outfits all around the space. You also happen to see in this room, you see two human looking men, very normal looking, both bald, bespectacled, tweed suits. Like for you, this is like, this kind of garb is a little bit different. It wouldn't strike any bells, but it's just like a jacket, pants. The material looks rough and worn, kind of like a scarf or ascot, but worn low. But for us, they're like tweed suits standing side by side, looking like twins, overlooking it. And it just seems to be a banquet for, as it said like event planning. Make a history check.
A 5, but it was
5.
a natural 1.
Nat 1. Okay. You see this happening, and you just clock it as like, okay, this is interesting. But with a 24, you do lock eyes for a moment with the woman, the orcish woman. She locks eyes with you, and you can see underneath like her cap, her chef's hat, there's a glow right around where your crown is sitting. Like, but on her. You just see like underneath her hat, like it catches the light, but there's just this like glowing aura right around her head as you start heading up the stairs to go fetch Ladybug. We will now move on over to the prison. Take a break from you. So gang, you have just bested Cara Maria or Marissa Tomei. Marissa Tomei is out. So Talavar is looking down these doorways, saying that there's something else here. Pavel has gone over to Edie, or this other doll, but at least one of you pretty clearly, or at least pretty oddly, suspects that Edie might be someone else. All has not gone quiet in the prison yet. There's still kind of loud chatter. Upstairs you hear loud roars. Now that the magic dampening spell has dissipated, it seems like things are starting to be louder in here. Things are echoing. You hear metal scraping on the door next to you, right behind you. You hear kind of shouts from down the hall. Yes, Marty. You are muted.
Got two things I want to investigate that I noted from last time. I want to investigate the metal scraping, and I want to check out Cara Maria's unconscious body to see if the thing like the magic dampening spell is like an item that's on her, and generally just search her.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Great.
Yeah, make an investigation check first on her and then on the door.
All right, that's a 6 on her.
Okay.
And that's a 13 on the door.
Okay. On the 13 on the door, it's clearly like this is, it's a prison. The door is locked. You go to search her for her keys. You don't actually find the key to this door on her. And you go to see for any magic items. You see that she has her big sword that she was using. But other than that, she doesn't seem to have any magical items on her, which would make sense because she was working in a prison where magical items were dampened.
Or like the item that would dampen magic.
You don't see that there's any item that is a magical dampening item on her. No.
And the sword's a two-hander?
Yeah, it's a two-handed sword.
Okay,
it's
cool.
a two-handed greatsword. With the 13 investigation, you just hear the scraping, and you are able to hear just the soft noises of just...
Let me out of here. Let me out of here. I promise. I've learned my lesson. I'll be very nice. I'll be very kind. I've learned my lesson. Let me out of here. Let me out of here.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
As I walk over there, do I hear this as well?
Yeah, you have, now that it's not like the heat of battle, you are able to hear the noises, like that things were so loud, like people shouting, and now it's kind of settled down. All you can really hear is, Pavel kind of going up to this doll that you had a weird moment with a moment ago, being like, Edie, are you alright? Are you alright? And you also hear this weird muttering and scraping noise coming from the prison door behind you. And also, very far back, you just hear, there's a door here!
Oh my god. Can I roll a history check on the voice?
Sure.
There's a 21 on the insight.
21 on the insight.
As
10 on the history.
Okay. Yeah, you don't recognize the voice at all. The insight check gets you, this is someone who... Gulzog, with a 21 you said? You have been around prisoners of war because of just that's
Yep.
your
Dudes in
people's
cages
way.
at our campaign.
You have heard the sounds, the dulcet tones of someone who is absolutely lost it in captivity before. This person
God.
has lost it. Probably
God.
been here a long time.
Damn. Do we let him out?
Can we see inside? Or is it completely?
There is the same kind of like sliding latch that you had, Gulzog, on your.
Yep.
Look at it.
Gulzog is going to open the sliding latch, but not have his face right up to it when he opens it.
Okay. Make a
Latch check.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Uh,
Make a perception check, I guess, I'll say make a perception check, but with disadvantage since your face is not right up to it.
Sure. Well, botch.
Okay, yeah. You very quickly open it and just kind of like, ha! And you all kind of slowly realize no one's looking in the door. Like, you opened the latch and went, ah! And then no one actually
Gulzog
looked
gonna
inside.
tap Marabella on the shoulder and be like, look inside. Look in the... I'll pick you up.
Well, yeah, I can't thank you.
Gulzog
And-
lifts her up to the slot.
Okay,
Marabella will peek inside.
make a perception check.
Couldn't remember this goes on. How's your health, by the way?
If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 59, I would say I'm at a 15.
Oh, looks
If I were
like you
giving it
could
like a
use some
point
healing.
system. Yeah, it would
Right.
hurt.
Mm-hmm. You said perception, right, Dill?
Yeah.
21.
21. Also with that, make me a wisdom save or a
Cool.
dexterity saving throw. Either one.
Oh, that's going to be a wisdom save, Dylan. Oh, cool. That's a 1.
So you're able to. This is just for fun. You're able to see
Oh,
a very scrawny, scraggly, what looks like human man. Tall, jet black hair, long beard. It's a completely like scraggly and matted. And right as the slide goes, you just are immediately frightened as the very lanky figure kind of instantly lunges at the door and goes, and it does frighten you. Like it is a jump scare fully. You're just like, ah!
Not the condition though.
I like
right?
wiggle.
It's literally it's a nat one for the condition frightened for like a second. Like
God.
it did frighten you. And what was your perception check again?
21.
21. And you do start to hear the face kind of goes to one eye towards the door looking at you. But right before you did that, you did see just a hook for a hand.
I thought so.
And you just hear him tapping. Repetition.
Tick-tock. Tick-tock. I promise I'll be good. I'll be better. Hello.
I don't know you.
Do we think we can take him if he attacks us?
If he attacks us, maybe. But
Because I say
no,
let's put,
you guys are super low on
I'm not in the
health.
room, but he also could be a friend.
yeah, like things are. Peter Pan is
Do
one of the
we
big bads
really
in this world.
think that's true? But okay, so here's
I think we should not
hello?
judge Captain Hook one way or the other. That's what I'm saying.
what got you in here, sir?
What got me? What got me in here? What did get me in here? Mm. Children. No. No. Growing older. No. Time. Tick-tock. Where's Smee?
Who is Smee?
You're just like, who is me?
No, I said that from behind you. I'm still holding you up to the thing.
Oh.
Oh. Are you children?
No.
Nope.
Good.
Why? You don't like children?
No. Tick-tock. Don't like children. No. Fairies, children, crocodiles.
Oh.
Don't like them.
I'm gonna,
Go ahead, Jasmine.
I was gonna climb on Marabella's shoulder if she let me and kind of sit there and like.
Does that mean you're climbing up me and across my arm onto her? Because she's lifted up right now.
Yeah.
Oh!
Who are you?
I'm going to brush at my shoulder to try to brush off this small doll and drop Marabella.
Okay, yeah, there's just this, like, everything is happening. So you climb up, this doll kind of just, even though you had this moment with her, Marabella, this doll climbs up your shoulder, very familiar with you, and it's just chaos. There's this scary, scraggly man in the prison cell, and there's just this moment of like, as Pavel, watching you get up, says, Edie, what are you doing? Edie, no, those are new friends. What are you... And then you just do that, and it's chaos. Moving now upstairs for a moment to a different kind of chaos. Tone and Tomas, you are two giant apes. You just saw two people run out to try to escape. What are you doing?
I want to stop. I think I don't know if they're still on the map, but I think they are. I can still... I'm almost positive I can still reach the other one. I think I could reach them even without moving, at least the first one, and then I'm gonna try to get the other one. I want to get them before they leave.
Understood. This one here just made it in here. This one has made you'd have to go through the doors, but like, yeah.
Totally. What? They disappeared.
Well, there you go. So make your move. Go, do what you're gonna do to them.
Well, now there's only one. All right.
They're in a different room entirely.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're both in a different room.
In an effort, I will move down, open the doors as hard as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Are they near the doors? Are the doors in like?
This one got literally just to the door and closed it.
Oh, we closed the door. I am pushing those doors.
I'm gonna
open.
say use that as like roll an attack. Just like roll an attack and it will be on him because it'll be adjacent, like through the yeah.
Oh crap! I didn't bring up Giant Ape 5e. That was a mistake. Should have done that first. Beyond All right, here we go. So the attack is gonna be a d20, and then oh, that's not great. 11.
11 does miss. So you just kind of bang on the door once, and you just hear like a thud as this giant ape fist hits this door, impacts. You feel the weight of another body on the other side of the door, kind of trying to hold it back.
All right, I'll take the because I get 2 fist attacks. Mm-hmm. I'll take the second fist attack at the door.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. And that's gonna be a nat 20.
Yeah, that'll hit. Roll damage.
So that's double damage, right?
Yeah, roll the dice twice.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, that's double damage.
This power has gone to your head.
I love being a giant ape. So that's gonna be. Oh my god. So that's gonna be 49 plus 12. So it's 60 something? 61?
Describe it. Describe it so hard.
Okay, so I'm trying to open the doors.
Yeah.
So I guess I get the doors open. I slam the doors open, but then they like open up until like they like. But then as I'm like going through the door as this ape, one of the door feels stuck, and I'm like the ape. I'm just trying to like get the door unstuck, but what I'm doing is really slamming the body that's on the other side of this door like against the wall of the opposite wall, like over and over and over until it kind of is like sticky and it sticks, and then I peel it back and it's a mess. It's I don't think I could do that much damage and not leave a mess.
Yeah, basically with like you just slammed the door and it was like lights were out instantly. You slammed the door open,
yeah,
splat, and then you kept moving it, and now it's just this smear on the wall.
Oh, it's like a gross. That's gross.
But you got the door open.
I got the door open. So then that's I'm going to. I mean, those are my 2 attacks. I can't do anything else. So I'm gonna. Can I? I can't really search this room as a giant ape.
No.
So what I think I'm gonna do is. I think I'm gonna stay as this until next round or next time around, and then I might drop it because depending on what Tomas does. So.
Yeah. Tomas kind of just follows your lead. Tomas doesn't even see that you've killed a man, because it just looked like you opened a door real hard. So Tomas is just going to start flipping tables as this giant ape and just ransacking the room. Looks like Tomas is having a blast, by the way.
Good. He's wound way too tight. I'm really happy for him.
We go down back again to the basement. So Zara, you got on top of them, and what did you all do?
Someone swatted me away. I thought that nat 20 last week was like, that's Zara.
I'm hoping to not swat you away, but I did out of fear because I was startled.
Yeah,
swat at her.
Make an attack roll, Gulzog.
Great. So sorry, Jasmine. I don't want to actually win. Or not win. I don't want to actually make this. God, where were these rolls last week? 25?
That hits.
If you do knock her to 0, I will be very good at healing her.
Yeah, I mean, you are. I know you're not trying to do lethal damage, obviously. I mean,
100%. I'm literally. It's like a spider's on me.
Yeah, I mean,
a living doll that I don't know.
You are a monk, so roll damage because you are.
Yeah.
Your unarmed strikes are messed up.
Yeah. 6 damage.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that.
Wait. Does that bring you to 0?
No, it brought me to 1.
Ah.
So
not to you not being
to
at
metagame,
0, but
do you want me to just kill her? Like,
my healing is a lot better. If I'm gonna have to heal you anyway.
Jasmine, do you want to be healed?
If you're at 0, you get full like.
Oh my god.
Do you want to be healed,
I don't want that reaction from Pavel. Like, I really don't want to do it.
Okay, because I could up the startledness and fling you against the wall and fucking jam on you.
I'm going to say as a DM, no, you can't.
It's like in Hades when you hit a barrel before entering the next room so that you heal a little more from the death defiance.
I'm going to say what happened. We're not going to do this.
Cool.
And also,
she uncanny dodge it.
And also, Jasmine is correct.
Yeah.
Pavel's reaction would have been a nightmare for you all.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with it.
It already kind of is, because Pavel sees that, and you just see Pavel, like, unsheath both daggers, and she's just like...
Do I see that?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, Pavel just was like, don't you dare touch her.
Oh,
We are friends, and we are allies, but you do not cross that line.
He just got scared. He gets very spooked.
I'm
He's
sorry.
a spooky guy.
I don't know you.
I also got spooked.
And I just felt crawling on me, and I'm afraid of stuff crawling on me.
We will talk about her subtlety later, but she just saved your life. And she didn't even know you.
That's true. I do appreciate it. It was a knee-jerk reaction. And I didn't mean to cause offense. I'm so sorry.
Do I make it to Marabella's shoulder?
Marabella, do you know this?
Are you still going to Marabella's shoulder?
Yes, I need to talk to her. Like, badly.
Marabella,
I see Evie like walking up, and because Hannah had completely forgotten about the realization last week, and Marabella will like hold down her hand.
Okay.
And Gulzog, I think so.
Have you met this child's plaything?
You just hear.
I've heard a lot about her.
You just hear a child. No, and then like you just see the man in the room just skitter to the other end.
I
Andy's coming.
I go. As a doll.
I think we can let him out, and if there's any problems, we'll deal with it.
I kind of want to let him out and see what happens.
Great. I'm gonna.
Oh wow, I don't like this at all. He said he hates children. Does that mean he hates all the kids that we just worked so hard to fucking save?
Probably.
He's not gonna find them. They live in a walking around tree. We're not gonna tell him to go there.
There's a door here.
Oh my god.
Yes, Sir Talavar, be right there.
I'm gonna fucking kill that dragon.
But also, does he remembers the children? I feel like the whole point of them was that they'd be forgotten.
I think he's talking about general children.
Oh.
Hold
sir?
on, Evie. I need to talk to you. Gulzog, you talk to him. And
you guys go first.
And Marabella's just gonna like carry Zara into the old prison where Marty was, where Gulzog and
like my cell.
Yes, and you'll say, "Oh, I wonder what's in this room."
Zara, you see Pavel just go, like, give you a nod, like, are you okay with this?
I just say, like, stay.
This little tin soldier just kind of puts his daggers down.
I trust you.
Marabella.
As soon as they're out of earshot. Zara?
Yeah, you need to tell him his girlfriend's dead.
Or how about another thing? You tell him that. Why do I have to tell him?
No, because he's like on this whole kick of like, I'm traumatized. I've gone through a bunch of stuff. I need space. So if I say like I died, he's gonna be like, oh, like inside you died, but like no, like I'm pretty sure she's dead unless she is like in my body or something. Like I'm pretty sure she's gone. Like something happened in the pumpkin patch and like my soul or spirit or whatever left my body and like entered this doll. So please, can you do it for me?
No.
He's making me very uncomfortable.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? He is absolutely in love with Evie, right? I think they like had a relationship or whatever. I just heard him, he wouldn't shut up about it for the last like 30 minutes on our way over here. Wait, so you died and then you went. Now I know that Evie she must have been like dealing with the lollipop guild, right?
I don't really know what she was up to. She was just a doll attacking me in a pumpkin patch. And then the fucking cat.
Yeah, the cat.
Yeah, I died and he was like sad about it, even though he's been trying to kill me this whole time. And he's like, here, take this doll body. And then this person is in love with me, and now I have to deal with that.
Well, wait, hold on. Does the cat maybe know where this soul went?
Who?
Does the cat know where Evie's soul went?
Oh. Cat! Cat! Come here.
Say it nicely.
Come here now.
Can I also hear the cat?
No, this is just in her head at the moment.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need a please.
He's being very difficult right now. I don't know if he knows whether or not the doll is alive.
I know, I very much know. I just need a please.
I didn't hear you ask.
I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows. I think he's
I know that.
I don't
the
even need to
information is
inside check you, Zara.
But the
he
information
thinks
is so
he knows
good,
a lot, but he doesn't actually know that much.
No, the information is so good. You want to hear it. It's just that I need a please, though.
He's actually quite ignorant about a lot of what's going on in this world. He's actually just like, he doesn't know anything.
What did he say, Zara?
He said he wants to hear please.
But I don't want to. Fuck, just say please.
Fine, please come here, cat.
You just in this little room, just the smile appears. But just cutting away from this for a moment, Pavel is just standing next to you, Gulzog, like outside awkwardly. Just goes, I'm sorry that I drew steel on you. I just
No, I'm sorry that I drew steel on your friend, or swatted at her. I didn't mean to.
Friend.
Is that...
Have you ever been in love, Gulzog?
No. I mean, I love my fit, but not like romantic love. No, I have not.
Then you just wouldn't understand.
Okay. My name... What? How do you know my name? I guess they've been shouting it. What is your name? I guess is what I should ask. I didn't catch it.
I met you once.
Above the table. Did I meet Pavel?
Yep.
When did I meet? I've been taking notes. When did I meet?
The battle where we fought with all the
When
all
we
the
fought
people.
those cards, there was a
The
big
Lollipop
full
Guild?
house? No, not the Lollipop Guild.
It was.
We were fighting the
right
full
after we-
house or the straight.
You're fighting
we
the
just
straight.
started this.
This was with the
road.
tank? This was not with the tank.
No,
This was
it
a
wasn't with the
different
tank.
This
Okay.
was way before when we just started going down that yellow brick road, and we fought like cards that was kind of like a big caterpillar, and we had to run away from it. Or it wasn't a caterpillar. I guess it was more like a big
shadow monster?
snake.
It
was a while
yes,
ago.
You were fighting the straight. You were fighting the straight. You were running away from the straight, and then when you got to the end of that challenge, this group of people from Fablerise, which is the first time you ever heard about it, fired on this thing and killed it.
Are we sure I was here for that one? This might be one that I missed.
Pretty certain.
Yeah, I think you were here. I think the only person that wasn't was Natasha.
But maybe not. But either way, he has heard your name.
I'm searching straight in my notes.
Either way, Marty, he's heard your name from these people. We can move on.
Yeah, don't you remember the whole glory hole thing?
It's not showing up in my notes, but
Marty's right. He may not have been there, but let's just move on.
Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry if I've forgotten. I get hit in the head a lot. I was about to let this guy out because I think he might maybe be able to help us escape. And either way, I don't feel comfortable leaving him here. Would you mind getting ready to just attack him if he attacks either of us? I'm going to do the same.
Or maybe he knows about him. Sorry, I know I'm not technically there, but Marabella is still very cautious over this, and maybe Pavel knows more about Captain Hook.
Sure. Or do you know any reason I shouldn't let him out other than the glaringly obvious ones?
I mean, most people locked up by the Darling Corporation, it is just a dispute over hotels and land. Who do you say is? Who? I didn't end up seeing
this
who
gentleman.
was in there.
Didn't catch his name, but he's got long, stringy hair and a hook. He's dressed I think, indicative of some sort of captain.
No.
Excuse me, sir?
No, and Pavel kind of, do you mind if I get up on your shoulder?
Yeah, of course. I'll have to hunch down because that actually will put you above the slot. But you mean look in the slot?
Yes.
Yeah. Gulzog just tabletops for Pavel to stand up on him.
Oh. So that's where you've been. I should have guessed. You just see the you just hear, really, the man just go, tick-tock, tick-tock.
Is he a friend of yours?
Not a friend. Not a friend at all.
He did say he hates children.
Yes, he very much hates them.
So, do we leave him?
This is interesting. My mentor, the Weaver. They say that everything is laid out on its path for a reason. And we had wondered. I do not think we can trust this one.
Oh, that I think is clear.
And I do not think that you should count them as an ally or any kind of boon, but he may have a role to play yet.
Let me ask you this. If I let him loose in the prison, would he run past us and occupy the guards a little more? Would he keep them busy while we escaped?
He is chaos at this point. He used to have people.
Oh.
And I think he has no one now. So I think it is up to you, my friend.
Oh, you guys, I can't be responsible for that one thing. If one other person wants to do it, I'll do it.
I'm busy upstairs being a giant.
Yeah,
ape,
but
so...
cutting back very over to Marabella and Zara. Zara, you just see the smile of the cat and the eyes and like a paw kind of rests its hand on you and so, hello again. It's nice to see you. So what was it that you wanted to ask again? You said, please, where is Edie's soul?
Is Edie alive?
No, Edie's dead.
Where's her soul?
I don't know what a soul is.
Where's her spirit? Where's her essence?
No, I understand what you're trying to do. You think that I'm trying to be clever or something. She's just dead.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Really glad I pleased for that one. Yeah, she's dead.
Well, that
I don't know
is
if you can see
useful.
him.
You see who?
Okay.
Oh, the cat. No, couldn't.
Okay.
Couldn't
No,
do well.
you,
Not
you,
even a
you,
little bit.
you could see the cat at that point.
Just kidding. I could see the cat at that point.
The cat
Just not
appeared
before.
there, and that moment you did.
He's infuriated when you pretend you can't. So it's good.
Is that good?
Well,
Can I interrupt this by dragging Cara Maria into my old cell?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you just hear, like... This
Hold on,
just
put
moves.
it, pause.
I'm gonna let him go.
yeah.
Why?
I don't think people deserve to stay in prison here. I'm not gonna, like, do a run-through of the whole prison, but he's right there, and I don't know, maybe he'll make trouble for the Darlings, and they'll be distracted from us and David, and not a terrible...
I mean, we've got a common enemy in that, you know, the Darlings put it in here, and we hate the Darlings. But
and, you know, if he manages to escape...
He seems
Can I
brave
say
and mad.
something?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Above the table?
Yeah, sure.
This is probably bad form.
Okay.
Nice.
Not to quote Captain Hook himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you do, before you untie any bonds, there is a wizard upstairs who can detect thoughts. So you may want to...
Oh, you mean Tone?
Yeah.
Your character.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
I mean, I will say above table, to be fair, they actually aren't certain you're here yet.
That's a good point. I'm not here.
Oh, that's
Let him go. Go hog wild.
I mean, normally, I'd ask Tone if he were here to detect thoughts, but I assume you lost him breaking into the prison. His memory will live on.
Oh, he wasn't with... He wasn't with us.
Oh, is he totally fine?
I think so. I hope so. No, we went in a different way. I dug a hole, by the way. That's our exit route. It's out that way.
There's a door here.
I'm going to go check that out so he shuts up.
We're going to cut on over to, all the way over to Griselda. Griselda, you move your way up the stairs of this very fancy hotel. Can you make an animal handling check for me? Are you trying to actively get Ladybug back, or do you want Ladybug to keep kind of evading you?
We're going all the way.
All the way where?
All the way to the limit, and the limit does not exist.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna ask for an animal handling check, and I will interpret that as I will.
25.
Okay. You keep racing up, Jesus. And you keep going and going and going. And there comes a moment where, Manfred just was like, oh, this is very bad, actually. Your pig has gotten to the place where it's about to be very off limits. You can't really go up there, and you kind of just keep moving forward. And he's like, oh, no. If you go up to those 2 floors, those would be the penthouses, and I don't know if you have any access to those, and so I think it might be better because I understand that your pig has gotten up there, but if you go up there might be some hearty repercussions.
She's going.
You're going, okay. Yeah, you see, Manfred doesn't seem to be equipped with, Manfred doesn't seem to be equipped with anything. He's like, all right, this will be called in. I assure you. You keep going on up. Make a roll a d20 for me. This is a straight luck check, just a d20. You want above a 10.
Hey. No. A 4.
A 4, okay.
No.
You start moving on up. I mean, I will say this. I'm pretty sure you still have it. I'm pretty sure you do. Do you still have the? Because I know you have the Spade of Aces, Marabella, but do you still have the Ace of Spades that gives you 1 reroll? Or does Marabella have that? You have that still.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
Okay. Wait. Can I look at my items?
I think does that just give me 1 a day? Oh wait.
Yeah.
Was that me?
There were 2
stuff in sacks on snail, empty bottle, card stock with single swirl on it, food like carrots, but some bright red. I have that.
Cool. None of those will help you in any way.
Yeah. Damn it.
Okay. As you're getting up,
I start singing. I start singing with my mermaid voice. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
As you start singing, you get up to the top, and you're getting closer and closer and closer, and you see just standing right in front of you, wearing what we would know as a pinstripe suit, but you would know as just almost like a black jacket with this silver lining. these deep red wings, bat-like texture, unfurling, horns on the head, jet black eyes like yours, but with crackling little motes of fire kind of streaming through every once in a while, almost like when you shift, just like a bright red opal.
Well, now. Who are you?
And you see that he is holding Ladybug. Make an insight check for me.
Ay. I got a 24.
24. Ladybug seems, your vibe connection with Ladybug's vibes are like, I love him, I love him, I love him, I love him. And it's like,
This is weird.
He is, like, Ladybug's like whammied. Like, Ladybug, you can tell Ladybug's out of it.
Yeah.
As he's almost like petting Ladybug like a cat. As you see this, what can only be described as like a devil. Not like a tiefling, like a devil standing in front of you in this pinstripe suit.
You're not where you're supposed to be, young lady.
Oh, she's singing. Oh, thank you. I was looking for my pig. Oh, Ladybug, are you okay? And she opens up her arms for Ladybug.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
No. No.
Is this Razakar, Dylan?
Maybe.
The founder, one of the 6 founders?
4.
This devil's like smile drops.
Oh.
I thought that you were going to be better at this. After all, you are a monarch. And that is where we will take our break. We will get back to the wildness that is happening right now. What is happening with...
God willing, will be one party at the end of this session.
Oh, we probably will. We'll take a break, go get some snacks, stretch your legs. We'll be back in like 5 to 8 minutes, and we'll see you then. Bye now. Welcome back, everybody. Okay. So, this handsome devil sits in front of you. Right behind you, Griselda, like almost an army of like these little tiny drones come flying towards you, and just very nonchalantly, this devil waves his fingers, and they all stop. Manfred,
is it all right? Yeah, is it all right, sir? It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna have a chat. Me and the little princess here. So, you came all this way. Would you like to have a chat? Would you like to talk? No bullshit.
Can I do some insight check on him?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 26.
26.
Yeah.
Very good. Very hard to read still. There's this air of... There's something that makes everything that he says steeped in mystery. However, you're very insightful. You are able to see through a lot of bullshit. You can tell that you aren't sure how this guy feels about you, but you can tell this is, by far, the most powerful person you have met since you got here.
Okay.
Like, by a wide margin. And that his confidence is not unearned.
Okay.
And you do also know that if he wanted you dead, you'd just be dead. That's like something that you can just tell. You're like, he could have really killed me just right away if he wanted to.
Okay. Sure. But can I have my pig back, please? She puts her hands out.
Aw, but me and Ladybug have bonded. We're such good pals. All right. Come on in. I understand having a support pet. Trust me, I've had many in my life. Here you go.
Right.
Hands over Ladybug to you.
Come on in. Not many people get to see the penthouse. I think you'll enjoy it. We have some of the best architects in all of the verses. Follow me.
Leads you into this opulent, and grew up in a palace. This one room feels more opulent and gem encrusted, and it's not tasteful because it's like wildly stylistic, but it is just extra in every way. Like different colored rainbow gems encrusting the walls, mosaics everywhere. There's a stained glass depicting 6 people overlooking the city, and he just has like a lounging chair with a table across it.
I'm happy that Princess Griselda Calzini has graced my halls. Please sit. Sit.
She stands with Ladybug. How do you know my name?
Oh.
I make it a point to know everyone who enters my city. You're actually one of the easier ones to understand. See, when a monarch comes into town, that's big news. Monarchs can shake things up. You're a little nerve-wracking sometimes for people. But I know a lot about you. Princess Griselda Calzini. From the Prime Plane? Faerun, daughter of Carmine Calzini. Yeah. Over in the Moonshay Isles. Yeah. And you came here along with your friends or acquaintances. I think you'd say friends. Marabella Graveneye. Tone Zazuru, that one is fun. I have some things to say about him. Gulzog and Testin Scarf. You didn't come here with your friend Zara, but spoilers, she's here too. Safe and sound. Just some stuff's going on with her. And I'm ready to help you all in any way that I can. Of course.
Why do you want to help us?
Well, because you may not understand it yet, but you have power. You've been influencing things since you got here. You must have noticed, things stay pretty much the same day to day. Whether for good or bad. But you all arrived here and started making waves. Now, I didn't notice right away. I'm not completely omniscient or anything. I'm no god. But little birdies got around, starting telling, starting gossiping, and you all have started really shaking things up. Knowing things. People who used to be alive are dead, and it's all because of you. And I just want to know who you going for next, killer?
We don't want to kill people.
No. Oh, of course not. No one wants to kill people. But I mean, really, what you've been killing aren't people. They're more like concepts, right? They're ideas. They were people once, maybe. There's no judgment coming from this side. Understand that.
Well, what's your name?
Oh, easy, right? Of course. I am Razakar. Razakar, the Playful Bite is my full title, but I'm one of the founders of this city, and depending on who you ask, me and my partner are really the two founders of this city, but we like to share the wealth, share the power, and we did have a lot of help from the other four. We are equals, all of us. I mean, you wouldn't have this beautiful penthouse without the help of Stinkbug. I mean, he is a paragon of his kind.
Do you promise no bullshit?
I promise no bullshit. The truth is, I'm going to offer you a deal at some point, and you're going to be wary of it, but you may want to take it anyway. Because I have a status quo of my own to uphold. And I want your help in doing that. But no bullshit. Ask me anything and I'll tell you.
Do you want to get rid of me and my friends?
No, No, I really don't. I would really prefer if we worked together. In fact, as a show of good faith, I'll tell you this right now. Your friends, they have just done something wonderful. Your friend Gulzog, right? He is, at this very moment... Yeah, they just broke him out of prison, and they are now beating the shit out of a guard. Really taking it to her. She's putting up a fight, but, you know, because of the distraction that Tone and his half-brother are putting on, the Darling family isn't really keeping the eye on the ball. Also, Mr. Darling really does employ some idiots. So at this very moment, they are safe and sound. However, if they stay too long, they might be in danger.
Can I do some kind of Arcana check to see how he's doing that?
Yeah. Give me an Arcana check.
Fuck. 3.
It's fine. This guy's very powerful. You are like kind of overwhelmed by this. By everything that he is very overwhelming. You have no earthly idea how he could possibly have that kind of knowledge. Like, it seems almost impossible that he would be able to know this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, then what do you want from us?
Well, while I would like to get a whole group deal, I work with individuals, not groups, and you can't make promises for your friends any more than I can make promises for mine. All I can say is this. I want my city to stay the way it is. And there are some people out there that are going to try to destroy it. There are some people who want to bring us into a war we have no business being a part of. I want you to make me a promise that you will try everything in your power to argue for us staying neutral. I need allies in this. In fact, staying absolutely neutral. There's a war going on beneath our feet, on the bottom, on the surface. You've seen it, you know it. But you also know the truth of it, and I want no part of it. I want my city to be what it is, perfect. And so all I'm asking is that you don't come in here and disrupt perfection.
So you don't want to work together. You want us to go.
No. You can stay here. You can stay here. You don't have to go. I would love to work together, and also you can keep going on your merry way, fighting the wars you need to fight, doing what you need to do. Just leave my city out of it.
Above the table, what do you think I should do? Is this like do you think I should like tell him the agent thing? The bomb thing? Oh, can't hear you, Marty.
I'm talking about a different thing that's happening outside of the game. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I think telling him as little as possible is the way to go.
But he knows everything.
Well, he says he knows everything.
Yeah, if he says he knows everything, then he should know about the 2. So if he doesn't know about the 2, that means that he's getting the information on us some other way.
I mean, he could have like scrying spells and stuff. Like, We're talking about how Razakar knows all this stuff.
Well, I'm asking if, like, I should tell him about the bomb thing.
I don't know if we have enough information yet.
If he's the two impersonating this guy, he could be fishing to find out if we know that the two is here. But that's the only other thing I think. Like,
I don't think I really know about the two. I don't really know about the two anyway.
it's why we're here, right? Didn't we all come to?
Well, I came to
She
get
didn't
some
come here for
clothes.
that.
Oh, she came separately from us. Yeah.
There you go. You should follow.
Oh, then you should know that anyway. So either way, I think just don't overplay your hand. But either way, don't play like you know about the two because you don't.
Okay, I'll ask about some ruby clothes.
There you go.
I'm gonna look at Ladybug.
Mm-hmm.
What's the vibe? Is she still all charmed?
No. The vibe is Ladybug is like afraid, but not in like a I'm afraid of death. Just kind of like doesn't know what's happening kind of way, and still is like enamored with this guy, but like in awe of this person.
Can you help me find ruby clothes?
There it is. Of course I can. It's my city.
You want ruby clothes for That's right. You want to go to Yon.
How do you know this?
How do I know this? I have spies. I have spies, I have spells. Like I said, I keep an eye on things. But also, if I'm being very honest with you, I can read intentions of people pretty well. More than pretty well. Magically. And once we got past the fear of what I am and what I'm doing, you had the thought, ruby clothing. Because let's be honest, as much as you love your friends, they don't really get what you want, right? They don't fully understand it. They're always talking about some other stuff. You want something different. And while they may help you, what they want, doesn't it feel like that's always going to come first?
Yes and no. We all want to help David. That's something we all have in common.
Right. Local businesses. I love it. And you know what? As much as I do want this entire city to stay the same, it could use some shakeups. Look, I don't give a shit who's on top of the service industry here. That's not what I care about. So fuck the Darling Corporation. I mean, don't tell the brothers Jumar I said that, but fuck them. So yeah, go David. Love the guy. He's, salt of the earth.
I will never do anything that hurts my friends.
I won't ask you to hurt your friends. Because again, that's not what I'm here for. But I do ask that if they start saying that you should drag us into a war we want no part of, you speak up let's talk about those ruby clothes. We will cut away from this for now and go back on over to our friends over in prison, over in the jail. Okay, where did we leave off here?
Gulzog was going down.
Gulzog just brought
Marissa told me.
I was gonna go to Talavar to get him to shut up and check out the door. Because he keeps going, there's a door here.
Okay. Guys, I'll just say this, guys. I know that you're having a private conversation in the chat. You can also ask me these questions. I love you.
We're so silly. We're like,
But let's talk about the bomb later and focus on getting the party back together.
But I will also say this, just so we're clear. He also doesn't mean just let a bomb go off. He wants the city to be fine. So
sorry, I was reading just in the chat. I'm a little behind because I had to deal with it.
He would like the city to not have a bomb go off.
Right.
If what he says is true. If what he says is true. And if he knew, okay, so Gulzog, to go shut up Sir Talavar, you walk towards Sir Talavar, who is down by this door. Yes, big one. There's a door here.
Okay.
That's not
Gulzog's gonna inspect the door, look for any kind of lock, or any sort of...
On his way there, does he see the hole?
Yeah, that's very obvious.
Yes.
Okay.
There's the hole Marabella talked about. Don't forget about that hole, Gulzog. That's my internal monologue.
Very sweet.
And then, so it's gonna be anyway,
Yeah, make an investigation and check on the door.
Come on, baby. 15.
15. Okay, yeah, this door, it's just a door.
Gulzog's gonna push it open or pull it, depending on which way it goes.
Yeah, this door kind of... Sorry, give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Roll20. Oh, I'll move myself to Talavar also.
This door opens, and you kind of find yourself in this little main hallway here. So Talavar goes like, "Oh, thank you, big one. Oh, there's another door here."
Sir Talavar.
This one though seems a lot more intricate. Almost looks like this one seems more like it's a set of double doors.
Does it look treasure roomy?
Make an investigation check. Yeah.
Treasure roomy.
4.
You haven't seen many treasure rooms because they're mostly piles in tents. But it does look like the door has a much more intricate locking mechanism on it. And there's like some runes involved.
Sir Talavar, that looks important. Let's not bother with that door until we figure out what to do with the crazy man and get the rest of the group. Does that sound all right?
That sounds good to me. I just wanted you to no one was answering me. And so I just wanted to...
Thank you for letting me know that there was the door.
All right.
I'm going to check in with the others if you want to come. Gulzog's going to head back to the group.
Yep.
While as soon as Gulzog leaves, and it's just Marabella and Zevi.
Yeah,
or
Zevi, yeah.
Ivara.
Zara.
Zara. Where did we leave off?
Oh, in the conversation?
Evie's dead.
Evie's dead, and I need you to tell him that. And I point sort of at the tin soldier.
Pavel is being very respectful because he's trying to respect the distances, but you keep seeing him kind of glance over at the.
He can't hear us though, right?
You can. From what it looks like, he doesn't seem like he can hear you. No.
Do I hear that as I rejoin them?
We're in the cell.
No, this is. They literally said this is as you were.
Oh, as I go. Okay, cool. Never mind.
Zara.
Please.
Zara, why did you
Why did you
come back? No, why did you come back here?
Like to you guys?
Yeah.
Well, I can just fuck off. Do you want me to just fuck off?
Oh my gosh, there's no reason to get defensive. I'm asking a genuine question.
Well, I don't know anyone else here. Who was I supposed to go to?
So was it Dad or are we your friends? Because sometimes I'm kind of confused about Dad. And like, if you're actually just with us because you want to be with us, or it's purely circumstance.
I mean, can it be both? Like, isn't that like, I don't know much about friendship, but I feel like most friendships are just like, it just like pops out of nowhere. Like, I don't know.
Can I roll an insight check to see if the thing that Zara lost and is looking to find is a friend?
Sure, make an insight or arcana check.
Oh, that's going to be insight for sharks. 12. It's not
12.
very good.
You know, it's hard to tell, you know, because people also just have their own fucked up things that are in their life, you know? You are... I forget exactly what you know specifically, like what the cat has said to you around this kind of thing. But you do know that, I think with the insight you just know that, like, maybe that's the case, but at the very least, this seems to be very difficult for her. It does call into question, though. You do, I think, it would flash in your memory. There was the one of the weirder things that Zara did just tell you is that the cat, for some reason, was really sad when she died.
Right.
Like, that's a detail that doesn't fully make sense, and it was like just kind of glossed over.
Yeah. Zara, do you know what you lost and what you're looking for here?
I have absolutely no idea why I'm here.
Zara, cut the shit.
I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
I just want to know if you're lying or not.
Yeah, make a persuasion or deception check, Jasmine.
Okay.
Just compare numbers.
13 for my insight.
13.
Don't go off of who's the higher dex.
That's not what it is. I think there's this moment where you both are saying this, and it's like, okay, you could keep having this conversation, and you've had this like parts of the conversation before. Clearly, this is something that needs to be done after you're all maybe like in the same place and talking, because like I think you both kind of had this stalemate where you're like, we're getting nowhere, and we're in the craziest place possible. Like you're unable to fully figure out if she's lying or telling the truth, and I think with a tie, I think it's like almost you like give up. You're like, it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
At this point, I think you would be coming back, Gulzog. As Pavel's just kind of keeps glancing on over.
Yeah, as I hear Gulzog coming back, it's only gonna. You're gonna have to open up eventually. I think you can have that conversation with him, with yourself.
I would if I knew why I was here. Like, genuinely, I don't know why I'm here.
I meant Pavel.
Oh.
You can tell him.
No, I don't want to tell him, but he's...
Okay, good luck with that. And Marabella's gonna leave.
Oh no, shit. Okay, wait, don't leave yet.
Oh.
There's a. I came over to tell you guys that there's a really complex, important-looking door over there if we want to check it out. But we should be making moves, right? Do we want to let the crazy guy out or not? And also, how long have you known each other? You're being very familiar with this talking doll, Marabella.
Yeah.
I turned to Pavel. Look, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not Edie.
Oh, I wish I
I'm
could
not
stop
Edie.
from doing this now.
What?
I can't. I don't know any of the intricacies. This is crazy.
I'm actually that rogue you met a really long time ago, and your girlfriend is dead, and her body was attacking me at some point, and then a warlock came. Do I know as a warlock? A cat came and was like, hey, don't die, and put my spirit in your girlfriend's body, but I am not Edie. And then I turned to Marabella and I'm like,
Marabella, nod ahead and give her guidance.
Make a persuasion check. I'll allow the guidance.
Gulzog is enraptured with what she was just said.
oh, it's not good. It's not good. That's 4 with the guidance.
Whoa.
Guidance is a D4, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, then yeah.
Is that a 2 and a
Yeah,
2?
because I have a -1. I rolled a 3.
And then you're, oh God.
Yeah.
What?
Pavel goes like stone still.
What are you talking about?
We will move on upstairs for a moment.
Oh God, it's so tense.
So sad.
Hey, Ape Brothers, what are you doing?
We're just having a great time.
Yeah, so sufficiently.
This is a bonding moment.
This area's wrecked. This whole like inner area's wrecked.
The vibes between the first floor and the basement could not be further
very
apart.
different. That reminds me. Let me give a perception check. Okay, so that one. Okay. There's a moment where so I rolled 2 perception checks for these 2 guys with disadvantage. This one succeeded again, and this one rolled a 10 and then a nat 1. So they hear this like loud noise.
Incredible.
Of the crashing, and this one just goes like,
I'm telling you, there is something going on behind that door.
and this one turns and goes, no,
That's an illusion. They can make sounds happen elsewhere. They're trying to trick us. We have to stay right here if we're gonna find them. Don't you dare. I will kill you if you move from this spot. I'm the smart one. Don't you dare move.
And they stay right here as always. Brothers, what are you doing?
I think to just change things up, and so I can get through the door. I'm going to do I speak ape in giant ape?
I mean, yeah, you and your brother can talk to each other.
All right, great.
Obviously.
In giant ape, to my giant ape brother, I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna try to be a Scottish ape real quick.
I can't wait to hear it.
It's just like a huskier version. Stay here as I will. Stay here going to. Nope, that's bad. I'm going to explore the east side of the building, and then I'll drop my polymorph.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go through this door here.
Yeah. Okay.
If that's cool.
Yeah.
And then
go
close
ahead.
the door. And then close the door behind me.
You go through it, and you notice that, basically, this place has been emptied out. Like your distraction worked, and this place clearly was like a barracks of someone. Like, again, this is not the Pillow Fort hotel. This is like what they call like the Pillow Fort, like the jail, and it clearly had state areas for the guards to stay, and you notice that most of them kind of were left in a hurry. And these are very basic, like, guard stations. As you're kind of wandering around, this is just a normal hallway over here that you kind of wander down.
Okay.
As you're here. I'm going to say, just as a general, give me an investigation check in general for this place.
Okay. Investigation will be... All right. 13.
So, as you start to get a picture. Give me an insight check as well.
Okay. 22.
So, you're not able to find much as you're walking through this, because you start to notice that this place is not like maybe not a residence. This is somewhere that they will stay overnight, maybe, as their guards. This is a work. You can tell now that this is a very working class group of people who have been hired for the Darling family.
Got it.
In many ways, you're like, okay, so you're not dealing with the Lollipop Guild here. This isn't like a cult that believes in it all the way. Maybe not even like really the mafia in the way that you believe in it or know it, like in the way that we talk about it, where it's like, oh, loyalty above all. They are just getting paid or compensated, and this is the job that they found. Like, this is just work where you can get it. You can kind of get the vibe of that as you're walking through, of just this is how these people are just living. You're able to see, like, you're able to find, like, I'd say in pocket change of like what they use, about like 5 gold. They're not, which is like a lot of money considering it's like from all of them, but not much, obviously. The investigation check was a 13. Yeah, so you're not really able to find much other than that. In these barracks, you are able to see that there's a staircase leading down the stairs. And with that insight, you also are able to see, you're able to find a kitchen.
Oh, great. I'll check that out.
And in that kitchen, you are able to find one thing in particular where you see just a vial, like a shaker that just says special seasoning.
Can I roll an Arcana check on it?
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess it would be, I don't know if it would be a nature check.
Either's fine with me.
Okay. I'll do nature. 23.
This is clearly made by someone who you can tell this is made by someone who kind of has your sensibilities. Like, you're looking through it and you're like, okay, this isn't like a seasoning, like a salt. This is like a mixture of emotion, and so it's not like really natural. You can tell this is like something that you have been able to create. and it doesn't look like mass marketed. It looks like it was labeled like homemade.
I'll take it and then I'll experiment a little bit next chance I get.
Mm-hmm.
One other thing,
Mm-hmm.
are there any pieces in the living room
Mm-hmm.
that would look nice at David's?
Oh,
how's the rug situation?
okay, yes.
Like,
I will say this with like in this place, no, because David's actually looks really nice inside. If you remember,
looks really, yeah.
David looks nice inside. It's the outside that's the problem, and this is like barracks stuff. So actually, this isn't even a hotel, and so you wouldn't be able to find anything useful there on that front.
Okay.
And with an investigation check like that, you definitely wouldn't.
Then I think I'll go back in. I don't want to leave any more people around that might cause an alarm. So I think I may just go ahead.
You don't. I'll say this: you don't know who's anywhere, right?
Fair enough.
But no, but you haven't checked this area, so this is definitely normal. To go check this side.
Okay, I think I'll open the door.
Okay.
To this side. And if I see someone, I'm gonna try something.
Okay, you open the door and you see two guards just standing, staring directly at the floor.
Okay.
The one behind the one in front looks up and sees you, and starts tapping the other one, and actually does look up and go, "What? What are you doing?"
Oh man. I think I'll be like, "Hey guys, you should know there's a killer giant ape in the other room, and he's ready to rip off your skulls right out of your spine. I don't know how much you're getting paid for this gig, but honestly, a lot of your friends have already bounced and run off. You might as well do the same."
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. 18.
18.
And then I'll point to Tomas in the other room, and hopefully he can see him through the doorway. Just be like, that thing's waiting for you.
Right. Yeah. All right. Yes. Of course. Yeah. No, it's definitely not worth it. No. Did everyone left? You saying that there's no one? There's no one. Okay. Yeah. You know what? No.
One of your buddies is a puddle in the.
All right. Yeah. Don't need to see it. Don't need to see that. Okay. Yeah. Fascinating. So how are you? Okay. And are we able to just kind of like scoot around the door? Or is that fine?
Sure. I'm with the ape. I'm better if you. I mean.
Oh, you're
I'm trying to cut you a break here.
Oh, that's what's happening.
We'll let you go.
You
can just squeeze by.
The other one's like, so he's not really a friendly. He's like actually but he's doing us a kindness.
He's not friendly. He's violent.
No, I was talking about you. I was talking about you.
Well, yes.
You're not
I'm
really a friendly in the sense that for a second I thought maybe you might have been like a person who was part of the organization. It's fine. All right, so you're doing the kindness to us. I understand now. I can see what's happening. I see blood over there and there and there. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we shouldn't have been honest. But to be honest, maybe it was best that we were sticking. No, we're going. We're leaving. And they just start moseying up. Sorry, big.
Bye.
Sorry.
I hope we see them again.
As they
Wedge and Biggs.
As they mosey on out.
Fantasy characters.
Taking off their robes and their little hats, their nightcaps, and they're like, yeah, no, we need to find a different place of we need to find a different vocation. Yeah, we need to find a different place to work. Maybe we need to find a different hotel to work at. Hey, they leave and they don't hear you. They
Wait,
leave.
Wedge, Biggs. Never mind.
As they leave, what are you doing?
I will just open up every other door on this floor.
Yeah, it's the same
just
investigation
to clear
check.
out the map. Is the other same as the other side?
Give me another investigation check just in case.
All right. 25.
25. You do find a staircase downstairs. You also find as you're just going by, you find a thing of keys in here in the front.
Jingle jangle.
Jingle jangle. You find a thing of keys, and you find the door things leading downstairs. You also find a booklet saying like of what is in which places, and in the book, almost like hidden in a compartment, there's another key, and the key just says experimental security in the vault room, like it's the key to the vault room. It's a much bigger key. The vault room is also like where like they store, but you're looking through this book as you see it, and it's also where they store records of some kind. Other than that, everything other than that, you find it's in here. Everything in here is just normal like barrack stuff. There's nothing really, but like maybe I'd say 25. You find 10 more gold. Someone was hoarding, but you find 10 more gold, and you find a coin with the image of a tree on it, like a weird like wooden token. I'll send it to you at some point. It's like a wooden token with a tree on it.
Okay.
And
awesome.
Yeah.
Then I'll signal to. Can Tomas? Is Tomas stuck? Wild magic? Is he stuck like that? What giant ape?
No. He can. He has the ability to.
I'll give him the signal, which is the sign language for banana, which is this. Which he probably doesn't understand. And then I'll just say if I don't know if that registers with him. If it doesn't, I'll be like it's cleared out. Let's go.
Yeah, you see, drops his form. All right, that was fun.
That was great. You were great.
High five. Goes for a high five. He whiffs it. He whiffs the high five real hard with a 4, and you guys mosey on downstairs. You will find yourself. You can now move yourself. We will move on over to the other map for a second. As John, you can now move yourself down here.
Got it. Okay. How do I do that?
Right as you hear, Pavel's voice, shaky but screaming, "What you? No, but you're joking. You're doing a very big joke right now, right? You're joking. You're not. What are you doing?
It's true.
This?
It's true, Pavel. It's true.
No, but are you in on this too? Because I don't know. Is this some kind of? Is this some thing like Lollipop Guild bullshit that I don't understand? Did you come back to me to do something else? What is happening right now?
I am not Edie.
But you.
Pavel, I'm so sorry.
Just like her. You believe this. You believe this. That she is not who she is not Edie, and that.
I do.
You're muted, Marty.
Everyone, I've changed my mind about looking into the prison or letting the guy out. Let's just leave through Maribel's hole, and we can talk about this back at whatever your base is. This is clearly a very heavy topic. It's a weird time to break it to break the news. Let's go. Let's just go.
So Talva just goes, yeah, yikes, what is happening here? You start to hear like familiar voices down the hall. Tone.
When you busted all those tables as the giant ape, and you were great, and you had so much fight in you, and I've never seen you act like that
for me. I enjoyed when you were very merciful to those two guards who seemed like absolute idiots, and then but they were so scared of you, but they were scared of me, and I was doing the flexing. I don't know if you saw, but I was doing some flexing on them.
Yeah, I saw.
Tone, oh, thank God!
Tomas!
Okay.
Things are crazy!
Tomas, are over here!
So Talavar just goes, other one! Oh, who's that?
Right, isn't he gorgeous?
Oh,
He's
my.
my half-brother. We are very close. You might think
Is
we're
there a
twins.
Tomas token? He's here?
I don't have Tomas yet, but there will just be another Tone.
Oh, my grumsh.
But he'll be red hot. Pavel, Maribella, can you make me a persuasion check? As Pavel seems distraught at the moment.
A persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Can I guidance myself?
Yes, you can.
Oh, thank Christ. Oh, shoot. When I pulled it to move it forward, I moved the dice. I'm gonna
Yeah, roll again.
Sorry.
No worries.
Fucking rookie mistake. 21.
21. You can see that Zara's harsh way of breaking the news didn't work, but somehow you and your talk before about it, he doesn't believe that you would lie to him about this, and you'd have like no reason to, and so he's starting to come to terms with it, but he is like pacing and not doing good.
Can I go over to him for a sec?
Yeah, he's like, no.
Pavel, I don't have it ready now, but tomorrow I can prep a spell so you can talk to Edie.
Oh.
I'm really sorry.
Oh, I should have listened to Gloria. He was right. She was acting different. I just didn't. I thought I was so excited to see her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we'll get out of here together, and then we'll reassess at the surface, okay?
Right. All right. Yes. Sorry. Oh God.
No, you're good. Take a moment.
Um.
So Gulzog, you want to let out the crazy captain from the cell?
Well, no, I was prepared just to leave because this is uncomfortable. But since Tone's here, buddy, do you want to do a detect thoughts on this guy, and then we can go?
I don't really know what you mean by detect thoughts. That doesn't register with me.
Whatever it was that John Madison said above table at the very beginning of the session.
John Madison, I think he looks a lot like my brother Tomas.
I'm just asking. I'm not a magic person who went to wizard school. Can you this guy in this
yeah, sure.
Can you just tell me what his intent is and whether or not we should free him?
If I were to describe what I do in another
I don't
term,
need to know the jargon. Just do it, please.
I do have 2 spell slots that I could use, so I'll detect thoughts on our friend.
Thank you.
Okay, you didn't detect thoughts on him? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going deeper into his thoughts as well?
Am I allowed to make that choice after I see surface thoughts?
Yeah, so the surface thoughts instantly. You look in and you see, it shocks you at first too, because you just see this kind of disheveled, scraggly looking guy, wild-eyed, hook for a hand, just kind of muttering to himself. You look at him and you start detecting thoughts, and you hear the first thoughts are tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Of course.
We could like prompt him.
And the surface thoughts are like, oh, how long? How long? It's me. Ship. Atone. Leave. Sail. Sail. Second star. Second star. Children. Pan. The pan. The pan. Kill the pan. No. No. Bad. 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 Bad hook. Bad hook. Bad hook. Bad hook. All of that is just kind of repeating.
Pan is evil, right?
Huh?
Pan is evil, right? He's one of the...
He's the youth.
In your world, he's the youth, but there was a story before this all happened.
So the youth is he's one of the leaders. I have it in the notes of where he's the leader of. Forget which one, but
Hither.
Yeah, he, Alice, and old Dottie, who's Dorothy, like teamed up. And it's Alice who's making it so that it's a forever war, and like she gets to be the hero over and over, and like it's a never-ending cycle. And he's on the side of keep it a forever war and be the hero with Alice.
Who? Hook?
Hey. No. The youth.
The youth.
Well, okay. So the keep it a forever war with Alice is not. They are 3 different lands with 3 different wants.
Oh, God.
Do
we know the youth's want, or we haven't figured that out yet?
I mean, there's enough there that you could game it out, yes. I don't know if it's been explicitly stated, but you do know that the youth is the only one of the 3 who has stayed forever young.
Gotcha.
Just to resolve this, I'll go ahead and dive deeper, though. Oh, go ahead.
Thank you,
Marty.
What are your intentions, Mr. Hook? Oh, wait, no. I don't know your name. What are your intentions, sir?
You start to see, like, what are your intentions? And it's, you just hear, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Fix it all. Fix it all.
Oh, yeah, he keeps the swamp swampy with the soggy court. The youth made the pact with the soggy court to keep the swamp shitty. Right?
I mean, you're close.
The soggy court is a great name.
My quality of notes varies wildly from session to session, by the way.
You're close. The soggy court liked that it was stagnant and made a pact with the youth to keep...
Yes, got it. But I don't remember why he did that.
I think... do they have to make a wisdom saving throw?
For detect thoughts if you go deeper? Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to dive in deeper to determine.
What's
the
saving
John.
Throw?
Pardon?
What's the saving
I said
throw?
Thanks, John. Okay.
15.
That's a failure.
Woo!
You go deeper. You see, like, what are your intentions? You see a flash of thoughts, a flood of them. A young, elven, impish little boy in a green tunic fighting a fight on a pirate ship. A crocodile. Ticking clock. But what you see, the thing that keeps coming back in the mind is the ship itself. A ship itself that is somewhere out there in the sky, shipwrecked. And when he keeps saying, fix it, fix it, fix it, you see that he's talking about this ship, this flying ship that he wants to fix. Even deeper still. You see a little man. Little squat guy, Smee. That's the name that goes by. Fix it, fix it, fix it. There's love there. Moves on. You see a life here on Fable Rise. Shaved head, different look, not a captain. Normal. Simple. Working with another man. Trying to fix the ship. An older man, spectacled. Trying to fix the ship. Trying to fix the ship. A way out. The ship is a way out. Maybe. Deeper still. A man with a bowler cap, an umbrella, and glasses. Suit.
John.
Imprisoning him. Imprisoning him. You see it reverberate over and over and over again. A magic that you don't fully understand has imprisoned him for decades, while not long has passed. Fix it. You see him fighting again back in the past as a captain. Luscious hair. Perfect mustache. Fighting on a ship with a young boy. Tinge of regret. Fix it. And it kind of streams back in your head of whatever you feel like you've gleaned, and you just see him, because he knows that you did that now, and he just looks at you and goes, "TikTok?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here to help." Wait a minute. Can I just think about something? Can I ask you, Dylan, something?
Mm-hmm.
Did Smee or this person or John in the bowler cap, did any of those three figures match any of the statues that we came into Fable Rise?
Nice.
No, actually, they didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't.
Okay.
They didn't.
I think we gotta let him out.
Here's the deal. If we let him out, he's okay. I have to say this in character, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, stay right here. We're gonna help you. And then I want to step away from him to everybody else. Okay, he's clearly he's had encounters with this youth, and he's also, his mind is lost, broken. You know, I think he probably needs our help, but he probably is not, we probably won't be able to control him or keep him on the rails, so to speak. So that's all something that you all can think about and decide, but I think it's It's probably a liability, but also he could be an ally. I don't know, but
ally or not, does he seem like he's trying to, I don't know, fix it and not hurt anyone?
he has a lot of. It seems like he has a lot of guilt, as well as he wants desperately to find his shipwrecked flying pirate ship.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't know. I don't think he wants to hurt anyone else. It did seem like he knew. Do I recognize the Darling children? Did I recognize the guy in the bowler cap?
When you were looking at the Darling, when you looked through the memories, you did recognize. I didn't mention it, but you did recognize a young Michael.
Okay.
And you remembered him.
Okay. So he seems to have a connection with Michael, one of the lost children.
Yeah.
Michael's a Darling.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know if I know Michael's a Darling. I don't.
Michael's the enemy?
You wouldn't know that. Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I would. There's absolutely no reason I would know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know his last name.
Yeah, you're right. I could have asked. So I think he used to. I saw Michael, one of the lost children, in his memories, but I don't know if it means he wants to hurt anyone, or if it seems he's driven by guilt and longing and fixing his ship. His shipwrecked ship. That's all the things I see, and all the things that I didn't mention that Dylan mentioned in the narration. All of those things.
The reason
are all the also things. Go ahead.
The reason I think we should probably let him out is because they imprisoned me for basically no reason, and
Fair.
It seems like he's been here a really long time, and it seems like a pretty wretched existence. And I think now that we know he's there, it would be pretty uncool just to leave him. I don't even think we need to necessarily take him with us, but maybe we just leave his cell open.
Yeah.
Tone, you see
Tomas
from behind you.
Do you have an idea for a tattoo?
Tomas.
What is it?
Shimmering from behind Tomas.
Oh no.
Is a familiar sight to you and only you, Gulzog. As a dark, like raven man appears. One of the two bird cops that were on your ass of Smirk and Sullivan. The one who put you in here and said I would be the one to kill you. Shimmers.
Guys, we gotta go now.
Sword to Tomas's throat.
Hey, easy.
We're doing this where I can feel the wind on my wings.
Feathers. As both he and Tomas are gone.
No!
Back all the way over with you, Griselda. You see, Razakar opens up a watch. Like, basically a clock. A tiny clock. And he goes, oh. Hold on a minute. Do we have a deal, my friend? I will procure you what you need the ruby clothing, anything that you need to get to Yon. If you take my side on neutrality, in honor of good faith, I will tell you this right now. Your friends need your help, and you are too far away to get there in time. I can get you there pretty quickly, but I'm gonna need a deal. One way or the other.
Okay, above the table, neutrality is kind of like a symbol for Griselda not having any like smiling capabilities, okay? And so I don't want to take a neutral deal. I don't want to, Griselda doesn't want to be neutral, or at least she wants to figure out if her personality is like that and it keeps her neutral. So but what if I say, yeah, I'll do it, and then I don't do it? Is it going to be so bad?
There's always going to be consequences for actions. But they're always interesting.
I think she'll say, she'll say deal.
When he goes to shake your hand, you feel a searing flame go across, and a little bit of like embers start to flick in your eyes, like are in his.
Ew.
We'll have a talk about the details another time. Bring your friends. I'm sure they'll love the masquerade, the banquets. I have a few friends who would love to talk to them as well. A deal's a deal. Don't go breaking it. As you disappear, you and Ladybug, as you are now teleported towards your friends in need of aid. And that's where we'll end for this evening. I didn't know where we'd end up, but y'all stayed in there for a while, and now we're here. But I have now put you all in the same place.
Finally, we're in the same place.
We're in the same place.
That took forever, and I'm sorry.
It's fine. I won't separate y'all. If any of you can't be here next time, I'll just make you be there for the next time. But we got a prison break out of it, and I think that's good.
I do have to apologize though, because every time you attempted to get me back to the team, I did not read the room correctly, and I'm like, I'm just gonna walk over to them. Like, what are you talking about?
It's totally fine. I am happy with how this all went down, because I didn't know when any of you were gonna meet Razakar. That was not actually what I even had planned for this evening, for Natasha to meet Razakar, but she ran up the stairs to the penthouse, so so
wait, what the heck? I'm scared.
That's D&D, Natasha. I love it so much. Okay. We next, honestly, I will talk. I'm not sure if we will be on next week because, of course, it's Thanksgiving, and
gobble, bitch.
And we may get into a period where we are going into the holidays. And as you know, last time we did go on for a break for holidays because the holidays are the holidays, and we all require breaks. If that happens, we will discuss it another time, and we will talk about when we will be gone for. Because I honestly don't go away for the holidays, we'll try to figure out something to do for fun on the channel while everyone else is gone. But does anyone have anything to plug? I know Marty does.
Yes, I've got two things to plug. First of all, I am live streaming on the Hero Club's Twitch stream this Thursday at 4 p.m. And other than next week for Thanksgiving, all Thursdays in perpetuity unless I change the date for some reason. It's a weekly thing now. I do the art stream weekly. The second thing is similar to last time. I have put myself in the running to be selected to go on like an Arctic expedition in Sweden with the Fjallraven Outdoors Company. And posting on Instagram as part of the application. There are 3 posts. Links are in the chat. If you want to click those links and like and comment
Like and comment.
Like and comment. I would also like to plug Marty's Instagram post.
I don't know why this happens to his internet, but it's so funny, his time traveling. It's incredible.
Tag friends in the comments. Anything to... how long was I gone?
A while.
What didn't people hear me say?
No, they got the gist.
Okay, cool. Like those posts, comment on those posts. Tag friends.
Anyone else? Tosh?
Yeah. Can I plug I'm plugging my class. It's starting next week at the Elysian Theater. It's on Monday and Tuesday. It's a soft clown class. If you know someone in LA or someone close, tell them to come take it, because only nice people have been taking the class, and it's very fun and good, and everyone's very good. And then I'm also going to plug my show on December 13th at the Elysian Theater too. I'm workshopping it for Edinburgh next year. I want you to see it. I want you to see it. I want to hear you laughing.
I saw it.
You saw it on the first night that I did it. Yeah. John, can you give
Here's the deal. Whatever you're expecting from the show, you are wrong. I've seen a lot of one-person shows. I've written one-person shows. And this is, I definitely, Natasha's an amazing clown, and the clowning is out right there in the open. It's so messy and funny and really, really immersive in a lot of ways. Without revealing anything, but it's definitely worth the price of admission and then some. Please go see it.
Please go see it. Please go support.
Come to also if you don't live in LA, come to LA.
Please go support only our friends, because we are cool and other people aren't, and you can clip that.
Also, I want to say this. I know we're over time. I love it when Marty's camera freezes, because Marty would make a very good time traveler in a movie. If there was a movie about a time traveler where he was like, wait, what am I doing? How long was I gone?
Yeah.
Like that, I would watch that movie. I would not, I would produce the movie. I would fund it.
All I heard was you like when my camera freezes. And
yes, because I liked
exactly,
it when you
Marty.
said, I liked it when you said, how long was I gone? And it was like, I think
what year is it?
You'd be a great time traveler. Like, you'd be a good 2023 Marty.
Yeah, you trying to impart at light speed info to your past self would be an incredible scene. We're like,
oh
wait,
my god,
Marty, don't you know?
hate that guy.
Yeah,
my past self is among the people who I am most frustrated with at any given time.
Anyway, thank you all so much, gang. I will tell you, look at the socials. I will tell you where to find us. Until then, please support us here, support us on our Patreon. But honestly, you support us every time you just listen to any of our stuff, you watch any of our things. That's enough for us. So thank you for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.